Here are 10 ways to train your brain to do hard things. Number 1. Assess cost of inaction. We all have those days. Days that we make up every excuse in the book to not check off the last items on our to-do list. To get through these times, you have to train your brain to push through the excuses. A well-known tip to do this starts with the cost of inaction. What is the cost of not doing what you know you are supposed to? Most people are motivated more by loss than by reward. For example, the thought of losing everything you own is a far greater fear than having something to gain. Think about what you could lose by not pushing through and accomplishing the tasks on your list, and surprise yourself with how your brain reacts to these thoughts. Number 2. Visualize the smaller goals. Performing difficult tasks in business and your personal life is a skill that everyone should possess. I've found a strategy to do hard things when I don't feel motivated to. I have trained my brain by practicing being focused. Focus can be hard to accomplish when you're faced with a task that seems difficult or too big to accomplish. I plan and visualize what it is I have to do and break the task into smaller tasks, so my focus narrows. Creating this plan, I have trained my brain to be more focused and be able to take on hard things. Number 3. Allot time for practice. Training your brain to do the hard things comes with a lot of practice. One thing I like to do is called time boxing. Typically, it's reserved for time management, but this pairs well with repetition to when you're thinking about learning a hard skill or something you don't really want to do. Set a timer from anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes. For that time, all you do is the task at hand. Doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. You just have to do whatever it is for that allotted time. Once the timer goes off, you take a break or move on to something else. The trick to this is coming back the next day and set another timer for the exact amount of time. You keep doing that, and before you know it, the hard thing may not be so hard anymore. Feel free to take pictures or journal about your experience so you're able to go back and see all your progress. Number 4. Take the leap of faith. Sometimes you just have to go for it. When our co-founder and I started building our business, in hopes of being able to produce customized skincare using artificial intelligence, we didn't know what was going to happen, and that was my first time embarking upon entrepreneurship. Yet even if it seemed hard, we did dwell too much in that and we just kept going. We were able to build our business successfully, and years later our business is still operating to this day. Number 5. Learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Try learning to solve a Rubik's Cube. It may seem daunting if you've never done it before, but after a few days of practice, you may surprise yourself. Learning this trick will show you that you can, in fact, conquer something that seems difficult yet isn't impossible to overcome. Plus, this exercise improves muscle memory. Number 6. Try some Sudoku puzzles. Years ago I became obsessed with Sudoku puzzles. I found this format was a fun way to spend time in transit, and also helped develop focus and critical thinking skills. I would recommend the same practice for anyone that wants to train their brain in a similar way. And you don't have to use Sudoku specifically, you could do crosswords or math problems too. Number 7. Schedule time for exercise. A fun and healthy way to trick your brain into doing difficult tasks is through exercise. Exercise helps improve our fine motor skills and gives up a boost of dopamine. With all that increased activity pumping more blood to your brain, you will be more alert and focused. This will allow you to easily tackle that difficult task. Number 8. Do the hard thing. I'm a huge follower of David Goggins, famed Navy SEAL and endurance athlete. This year, I did his 4x48 challenge. 4 miles of running every 4 hours for 48 hours. It was a challenge. But once I was successfully on the other side, I felt alive, in tune, and dangerous. There are no shortcuts. The only way to train your brain to do hard things is to do hard things. Number 9. Set aside time to meditate. Meditation is one of the most effective methods of achieving wellness, and it can certainly help with tackling challenges as well. One of the key elements of meditation is mindfulness, which is when you are aware of your own thoughts and feelings, yet not overly attached to them. When your headspace is clear in this way, it is not as blocked with insecurities or emotions, and you can approach hard things with more calmness and ease, no matter how many tries it takes. Number 10. Step outside your comfort zone. Do things that allow you to step outside of your comfort zone. The more you stretch yourself to overcome the fear of new situations, the less fear you will feel every time another obstacle comes your way. The more you exercise your brain and open it up to as many different challenges as possible, the stronger it gets. Now you get 10 habits. Start to doing this and you will see the changing